What's going on, fellow ghosts, gamers, animators, and renegades? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Raven37 Actual, aka Raven37 Actor Fool. It's 2 zeros, not O's, aka Mr. O Myers in the chat, aka Raven. And tonight I'm back with another doubleheader by Ren and Chris Webby from the Inpatient album, now that we can call it. Before we were calling it a series. But there are two pieces of media that I saw over the past day that influenced what will probably be like the next week or so of content. We'll see how it goes. But first I saw this. Let's see if we can find it. This right here.
The lyrics of that song really capture the human condition for me. The hypocrisy of the human condition, but not in a way that's blamey, in a way that acknowledges the hypocrisy of the human condition.
The preacher sins on Sunday morning. The sheriff steps outside the law.
It's a beautiful piece of music, because those are the songs that span generations.
I hope that when people listen to this album, that's what they feel. They feel unity, they feel togetherness, and they feel something that's created just for the love of music and for the sake of music.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
That's them filming and end of the world. But yeah, just wanted you guys to see that. Ren himself said he hopes that everybody streams the entire album. And I went to the For the Burbs page and found the actual Inpatient album list. So we have all 15 songs on the list that we can refer to. But we're going to, over the next few videos, we're going to take a look at all the songs, including the ones that, started this whole project, like Instigator and Neurodivergent, Down the Road, A Bad Company. But we'll be kind of going in reverse. Like we listened to Lunatic Lullaby, End of the World yesterday. We're listening to Dr. Meyers and Mason Jar today. So we'll probably do Silence and Tarantula tomorrow. If you guys have any suggestions of two songs that you think might go well together, definitely let me know down in the comments and I can kind of accommodate that. But as long as it's 2 hours before the video, or before I start recording, obviously. But yeah, so with that being said, we're going to dive into the entire Inpatient album throughout the next week or so. But tonight, we are going to be looking at two songs specifically, Dr. Meyers and Mason Jars. And these were recommended by Scorchio. Shout out to Scorchio. Big shouts out to Scorchio. Hold on, let me like this. Let me go like this. And we're going to like this just for good measure. Bow. Okay, cool. All right, so again, this was a viewer recommended video, but we would have watched it regardless just because it was Ren and Chris Webby. But we also got to show major love to Scorchio. She's a huge supporter of the channel and she's always there. And big shouts out to you, So we're going to definitely give this our full attention. And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. And hopefully my analysis is not full of shit. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, here we go. Ren, Chris Webby, Dr. Meyers. Let's get it.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
The beat drop was amazing. I was not, from the sample to where the beat dropped, was not expecting that. Apologies for the early pause. We'll just listen to it one more time.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
Dear diary, it's Jeremiah.
been trying more to write because these nights get mine too long upon this ward right after light. The bedside lamp illuminates the trailing path of my pen. That's how I feel about the good Dr. Meyers, my friend. You see, so Dr. Meyers said that I'm responding so exquisitely and physically responsive to prescriptions on delivery. I'm fit to be walking out here in 3 weeks tops. I wanna be just like the doctor when I grow up. Mommy said that we got lucky cause we can't afford none. And getting let into this trial was a gift from the sun. And we got shined on from the heavens. Man, this doctor's my hero. He sometimes jokes around and calls me patient zero. Cause my patience zero. I mean, I'm kinda hyper. I'm prone to be staying up and pulling all-nighters. And these side effects kind of make my sleeping a nightmare. My mouth gets dry sometimes, no saliva. The pain ain't stopping, but the doctor said patience. My patience is zero. I told you I hate it. The doctor said that it gets dark before dawn. Every rose has its thorns, best to weather the storm. So 4 in the morning, I'll say goodnight. And if I sleep, then it's a blessing from the holy skies. Every night is a drag, but the daytime's nice. Cause Dr. Meyers will be there, so I know I'll be fine.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what.
I think that's a very thought-provoking and introspective look at the medical system from the outside, because as a patient point of view, you are you're not knowing what's going on. You're being told by the doctor, hoping that the doctor knows what's going on. And apparently this doctor is putting Jeremiah through some sort of experimental trial. And to a kid, everything is really, black and white. And so when parents aren't going to just smother the child with the absolute truth, like there's very little chance they'll probably, be encouraging about it. So from the child's view, the doctor's a hero. Doctor is going to save my life. I want to be like him when I grow up. I have a chance to grow up because of this doctor. And at the same time, we see that patient zero has become patience zero. Like, I'm running out of patience with this process because the pain ain't stopping. If I can't sleep, it's at 4 in the morning, and all I do is just wait for the doctor to come back, because then I know he'll tell me it'll be all right again. And that's sort of, in my mind, like a euphemism for like how healthcare works. Like, a lot of times we spend time in hospitals, we just waiting for a doctor to come tell us something. And it don't necessarily have to even be you sitting in the hospital, but waiting on test results or waiting on whatever, or dealing with a ongoing medical issue. A lot of times it's you just waiting for a doctor to tell you what the problem is and tell you what they're going to do about it. And hopefully the thing they're going to do about it doesn't come with more side effects than the thing they're attempting to stop. That's the crazy part about it. So we'll go back a little bit just to I yammered for a minute, but yeah, it definitely sounds like the experimental procedure isn't taking. I may be mistaken, but
Mouth gets dry sometimes, no saliva. The pain ain't stopping, but the doctor said patience. My patience is zero. I told you I hate it. The doctor said that it gets dark before dawn. Every rose has its thorns, best to weather the storm. So 4 in the morning, I'll say goodnight. And if I sleep, then it's a blessing from the holy skies. Every night is a drag, but the daytime's nice. Cause Dr. Meyers will be there, so I know I'll be fine.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do? All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
Dr. Rick Meyers, September 21st. Patient 13 appears to be getting worse. It's seeming like these treatments not only failed to work, but have made his condition critical. Crippling adverse symptoms and side effects like the last 12 kids. Pardon me, I mean test subjects. I gotta give myself distance from my feelings. This is science, nothing more. And so I hide behind that mindset anytime that I'm unsure. I was hired.
I told y'all exactly what was happening just by the appearance from what happened, what Jeremiah was saying. But Chris Webby just confirmed it. And y'all cannot tell me that this does not make you think of Dr. Percy, I believe his name is, and Vincent. It definitely resonates in that sort of callback sort of nature, which once again makes me wonder if these things are occurring in some sort of same universe things, because we got shitty doctors signing up people for crazy experiments, and the experiments are actually not even helping, but actually are making the symptoms worse. And you look at medicine nowadays, and I say this about pharmaceutical, I'm a huge anti-pharma, big pharma person, because pharmaceutical companies don't create cures, they create customers. They want you to keep buying their medicine. So yeah, just the fact that they've tried this on 13 now test subjects just says with the veracity that they're trying to make this work, and it also speaks to how volatile the experimental treatment actually is if 12 people have already, transpired because of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, and just like it says on the screen, it definitely does come off heartless, because you looking at it with that for the greater good mindset, and that's the thing I addressed when we listened to the previous song and folks were talking about they were just following orders. Like, the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions, and what you're doing is heartless. It doesn't matter. It's my job. It's not a justification. So yeah, Dr. Meyers definitely makes me think of Dr. Percy from Vincent's Tale, and I think there's a sort of allegory there, if you will. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. I think there's a definite juxtaposition to be made between the two. But yeah, so far this is a really powerful song, because while I may not have experienced mental health care actually I did. At one point, yeah, I was in a situation where, people were concerned about me, and because of that, I had to be in a place where, they had to decide that everything was okay. Like, basically, I was sitting around waiting every day for a doctor to come tell me what to do to fix the problem. So and I could relate. It wasn't anything terminal, which it seems like it is in Jeremiah's case, but having issues to any degree that are habitual and on a daily basis, it could be life altering. It could be life ending in some cases. So I can definitely relate to the song in that nature. But I've yapped for long enough. Let us continue.
To find a cure, and so at times I come off heartless, but my job's to stay on target and bring this product to market. Gotta keep the funding coming, gotta finish what we start.
I just said it. He said gotta bring the product to market. That's what they consider it, a product, a medicine that it saves lives. They consider it a product. They do not create cures. They create customers.
Gotta crack some eggs to make product. It was hard to find a cure, and so at times I come off heartless, but my job's to stay on target and bring this product to market. Gotta keep the funding coming, gotta finish what we started. Gotta crack some eggs to make this multi-million-dollar omelet. With these corporate pharma reps, and they've been breathing down my neck, and they're the ones who write the checks. Really, what the fuck you expect? I got a wife and 2 boys of my own I gotta protect. So these kids at the clinic are just numbers I've written next to the date and time.
Told you these days is more about I gotta protect me and mine, as opposed to everybody looking out for everybody. If a couple million gotta die so I can protect me and mine, then so be it. That's definitely what he just exuded in that last line. 100%.
Some eggs to make this multi-million-dollar omelet. With these corporate pharma reps, and they've been breathing down my neck, and they're the ones who write the checks. Really, what the fuck you expect? I got a wife and 2 boys of my own I gotta protect. So these kids at the clinic are just numbers I've written next to the date and time of the test. Nothing more, nothing less. Blame the parents if you want it. They sign a form of consent. But this Jeremiah kid, there I go again. Patient 13, I mean, something about him's different. Says he wants to be like me, and so I say that he'll become an even better doctor, knowing that day will never come. His pulse has been getting weaker. Now there's fluid in his lungs. Dr. Meyers, get some rest, patient 0. We're almost done.
My thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the
Dr. Rick Meyers, September 29th. Patient 13 didn't make it through the night. His name was Jeremiah, and he loved to read and write. And I can't help but feel responsible. I gotta make this right. Gotta find that breakthrough, gotta give the company something, or else I'm afraid they'll start to lose interest and pull their funding. So I studied every study and double-checked every entry in the journal I've been writing, just hoping something will catch me. Didn't sleep for 3 days till I figured it out. And once I did, I knew that I could realistically vouch to have it finished up by Christmas. So I called and set a meet so I could tell my bosses I was just weeks away from complete. Little patient 13 and the 12 who came before him, and the sacrifice they gave us would be for something important. For the science to prevail, gotta learn to live with the losses. I repeated in my thoughts as I went to step in the office. Hey, I'm here for the meeting.
Oh yes, Dr. Michaels, have a seat.
It's Meyers. Just you here today?
Well, you know how busy things get.
Right. Okay, well, anyways, I finally had a breakthrough in the research with the formula, and it's actually...
Okay, let me just stop you right there.
But...
We've decided to go in a different direction with the funding.
What?
Well, there's this new weight loss product in trials right now. Gila Monster Venom, actually.
Gila Monster?
Yeah, everyone's really excited about it over here.
But kids died on my watch.
Listen, we are so sorry to hear that.
You're sorry?
And we want to thank you so much for your hard work, Dr. Michaels.
Meyers.
Sure, and you really are one of our best and brightest.
But...
Listen, I'm sure we'll have another project with your name on it very soon.
No. Listen,
Great, I'll have my assistant reach out.
Your assistant?
Have yourself a nice day.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about this video because it talks about a lot of things. Nope, this is for another video. Anybody else getting Tales of Jenny and Screech vibes from this thumbnail though? I definitely, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, that better not be Richard, but no. Anyway, yeah, that song was definitely a takedown of corporate greed, especially big pharma. It was a takedown of the medical industry and the fact that it's designed to get people in and out of like get people in and out through the machine as quickly as possible. And so a lot of people slip through the cracks and have to go through these how would you define it? Extraneous methods, such as experimental clinical trials and shit like that, and gives people false hope. And you know, you got the dynamic of a doctor who had to take the Hippocratic oath to first do no harm, and and what he is doing is harming people first in order, like, it goes against everything a doctor would be in the field for. And it's also a very sad and disheartening look at the loss of innocence and the way that reality often does not bend the way people's truths do. Because throughout the whole video, what was being portrayed to Jeremiah inspired him to want to one day try to become a doctor. Meanwhile, his lungs are filling up with fluid at that very moment. It's extremely sad, and it's not just sad, it makes me angry. And I think that's the purpose of the song, is to make it, because anger induces action. Sadness makes you sit and think and contemplate and second guess, but anger makes people act. That's just one thing that's historically proven. Look at the Boston Tea Party, or look at, the Battle of Thermopylae, or just any of these historical references that show like a small group of people overwhelming crazy odds. It's because they was pissed off, man. Bottom line, they were pissed the fuck off. And so, yeah, it's just it's a very poignant allegory of different aspects of life that I know we all deal with. And for what it's worth, I do think that Ren and Chris Webby this is something that is, this Inpatient project might be something that is generational, if that makes sense. Like, it'll be something that down the line gets studied, because this, I think, accurately captures the mindset of a great portion of people alive right now in this very day and time. And I think historically that'll be extremely important, and it seems almost prophetic right now, from songs like Down the Road to Neurodivergent to even what we just listened to, or End of the World. All of these songs seem borderline prophetic, and you guys can let me know if you agree down in the comments. But yeah, the song was extremely moving. Dr. Meyers is a piece of fucking shit. He reminds me of Dr. Percy from the Vincent's Tale series. So I don't know if you guys drew that parallel, but it makes me wonder once again, if the universes are connected. Because, you know, one coincidence is enough. Two coincidences is not a coincidence. You know what I mean? But with that being said, that video made me angrier than the first time I watched Sick Boy. Or not as much as the first time I watched Violet's Tale, but the first time I watched Sick Boy, it made me angrier than the first time I watched Sick Boy. If you guys could rate that song on the level of how irate it made you from 1 to 10, let me know a number down in the comments, and we're going to proceed on to our second video. But big shouts out to Ren, big shouts out to Chris Webby for doing that huge fucking takedown on.
I've been on a way, cutting ketamine with a Home Depot.
Okay, we're going to have to go back. But big shouts out to Ren and Chris Webby for that huge takedown of capitalism, big pharma, the medical industry, and the bitter promise of false hope. Big shouts out to them for, you know, making people feel seen. And just like Ren said, we gonna share the whole album. So we doing double headers until we done with Inpatient. So hope you guys stick around. And if it's your first time, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you know the next time I drop another Inpatient video. But for now, we're gonna move on to the second song, Mason Jars. Big shouts out to Scorchio. Let's get it. I'm hyped.
I've been on a way, cutting ketamine with a Home Depot card, and it's got me on a way, quarter ounce in a mushroom chocolate bar. Yeah, it's got me on a way, I've been on a way. Yeah, we're so high that JP forgot how to make beats. Now he's drumming on a mason jar. Yeah, I line up that kitty cat pretty fat, then I'm sniffing that lighter ciggy, some sticky, then sip some whiskey to piggyback the effects as they get to me. I perfected the recipe with some acid to microdose and some excellent ecstasy. Go on, banjo kazooie, I got some 2C to boost.
I can relate to that whole first part just because of my wild early 20s and my Bonnaroo days, and I was very much a hippie in those times, and I did some wild shit. I'm like, when I tell y'all I'm lucky to be alive these days, I'm not bullshitting. I used to be like, I used to be out there. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But I can relate to that whole first line. We're going to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah, we're so high that JP forgot how to make beats. Now he's drumming on a mason jar. Yeah, I line up that kitty cat pretty fat, then I'm sniffing that lighter ciggy, some sticky, then sip some whiskey to piggyback the effects as they get to me. I perfected the recipe with some acid to microdose and some excellent ecstasy. Go on, banjo kazooie, I got some 2C to boost me. I cop some kid up in Canada with them loonies and toonies. I'm in the room with some groupies and that cocaine on the plate that I microwave for 28 seconds and gave them a taste. I cut a gator for later, break up and roll in the reefer, stoner demeanor, eating pizza, playing Ghost of Tsushima. The graphics so realistic, I feel like I'm in Japan on ketamine like a horse. Them crystals are finer than sand. Just when I thought I was zooted, JP been raising the bar. Went from play.
That actually reminds me one time when me and my homie Tyler were on shrooms and we left the Xbox on and it was on a Doom screensaver, and it was like skulls and shit flying around on the screen. So, but we were tripping balls, and so it looked like the skulls were flying out of the screen, and so we were all sitting on the couch telling each other to go cut the Xbox off, and everybody was scared to approach it. That's all I had to say about that. We continue.
So realistic, I feel like I'm in Japan. On ketamine like a horse, them crystals are finer than sand. Just when I thought I was zooted, JP been raising the bar. Went from playing guitar, now he's fucking banging on jars.
That's Tyler. We would be fucking zooted out of our minds, and he would just randomly pull an acoustic guitar out his ass. I don't know why or where he would have his case somewhere, but mysteriously you would just hear strumming.
He's taking so many bong rips and blasting them higher, but honestly, this beat is actually fire. I've been on a way, cutting ketamine with a Home Depot card, and it's got me on a way, quarter ounce in a mushroom chocolate bar. Yeah, it's got me on a way, I've been on a way. Yeah, we're so high that JP forgot how to make beats. Now he's drumming on a mason jar.
Hey.
Sometimes sick boy get so lazy, smoking caddy, kush get baby.
Hey.
Sometimes labels act so shady. That's my song, that fuck you, baby. Never bite the hand that gives, motherfucker. I milk cartoons like the milkman's mother. Bulletproof bars, bullets bounce back, sucker. Click clap on the cover. My brother, compadre, amigo, pass me the spliff and I hit like a free throw. Netflix kid getting high, watch a peep show, scratch that itch in the belly when she deep throat.
I was talking at the beginning, so we gotta go back and listen to that again.
Sometimes sick boy get so lazy, smoking caddy, kush get baby. Sometimes labels act so shady. That's my song, that fuck you, baby. Never bite the hand that gives, motherfucker. I milk cartoons like the milkman's mother. Bulletproof bars, bullets bounce back, sucker. Click clap on the cover. My brother, compadre, amigo, pass me the spliff and I hit like a free throw. Netflix kid getting high, watch a peep show, scratch that itch in the belly when she deep throat. They sick boy so vulgar, too old to mature. When I'm older, hold this spliff, let JP take over. I'm so cooked, I need to get sober. I never made a verse this high. Webby man, I think I'm gonna die. I need to lie down with the lights out, time out, but to pass out on the couch. I'm not fucking about, cause I'm tripping for Britain. The curtains are dripping, the music, skipping. Feel so sick, my stomach kick flipping. One more hit, my fuck it.
He said clipping, and then they made the audio clip. But if he ain't never wrote a verse this high, he need to be high every time he write a verse. I'm just saying. Cause this motherfucker snapping. This motherfucker is snapping. Jeez Louise.
Man's mother, bulletproof bars, bullets bounce back, sucker. Click clap on the cover. My brother, compadre, amigo, pass me the spliff and I hit like a free throw. Netflix kid getting high, watch a peep show, scratch that itch in the belly when she deep throat. The sick boy so vulgar, too old to mature. When I'm older, hold this spliff, let JP take over. I'm so cooked, I need to get sober. I never made a verse this high. Webby man, I think I'm gonna die. I need to lie down with the lights out, time out, but to pass out on the couch. I'm not fucking about, cause I'm tripping for Britain. The curtains are dripping, the music, skipping. Feel so sick, my stomach kick flipping. One more hit, my fuck it. We're living.
Yeah.
Ketamine with a Home Depot card.
They both went off on this song.
Quarter ounce in a mushroom chocolate bar. Yeah, it's got me on a wave. I've been on a wave. Yeah, we're so high that JP forgot how to make beats. Now he's drumming on a mason jar.
Pulling up to the drive-thru. Hey, high as hell in the drive-thru. Hey. Nah, definitely a fucking... I like the change of pace. I know they weren't a matching vibe, but just stay with me on this one. I know they weren't exactly a matching vibe. One was talking about the predatory nature of Big Pharma, and the other one was talking about how people tend to self-medicate, but you got to see how those two things are intertwined, because I guarantee you, it's more people that got fucked up or don't have health insurance, but go out and, self-medicate, drink, smoke weed, pop Percocet, whatever fuck, just to get through the day. So there is a connection there. There is a connection there, because, like, I'm gonna use smoking weed for an example. I can miss my anxiety I can be late picking up my anxiety medicine prescription, and because it's such a intolerable feeling to not have the anxiety medication, it inhibits my ability to function. I can do everything I can do after I smoke a blunt or without smoking a blunt. The only difference is whether I'm gonna be doing it like with more of a smile on my face. So I say that to say sometimes self medication is not the devil in the room that people portraying it to be. We living in the great year 2026, and people still have reefer madness. It's still a felony to have weed in where I live in Georgia. But I would um I would definitely say that sometimes doing whatever you got to do to make it, as long as it's in moderation, as long as you're not hurting your body, including yourself, and do what you got to do, because these doctors, they not going to sell you a cure. They're going to sell you a way to turn you into a customer. So, yeah, I mean, obviously there are some things that you have to go see the health care professionals about, and you got to do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, just know that medicine, just like school in America at least, and just like prison in America at least, it's a business. So they trying to make money. And if you can forego that game, which wins by virtue of you sitting down at the table and participating, the only way to beat that game, you can't win the game because the game is rigged, but the only way to beat that game is to not participate. So roll you a blunt, and if that, that does what, some fucking Class C controlled substance could have did, then do what you do, man. You ain't hurt nobody. But that's just my take. If you guys disagree, I totally understand. But that's how I thematically intertwine the two songs. One is talking about the cures that are presented to us by life that are more harmful than good, and usually end up with way worse repercussions than the actual thing that we're suffering from. And the other song was about the medication that we seek for ourselves that sometimes get us into worse situations just because society doesn't approve of them. So that's the best I got. I thought that was a pretty good connection, but you guys let me know how well you thought I did down in the comments. Once again, shout out to Scorchio. And I would just like to let y'all know that this song, the first song, was very sad to me because Jeremiah's sequence happened during the week of my birthday. That's all I have to say about that. But if you made it this far in the video, just know I appreciate the shit out of you. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I sincerely do. If you enjoyed the video or your first time watching, definitely recommend you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. That way you'll know the next time I drop another Inpatient video, or the Big Push, or Hey Nothing, or my boy Barry Hendricks, or any kind of videos, the Paradox. You'll be the first to know. Mafra, what have you, you'll be here. And turn on your notifications so you'll know the next time I drop another video. And with that, I will wish you guys a safe, happy, healthy morning, afternoon, evening. Yeah, I got stuck right there a little bit. Apologies. Whatever time it is when you're seeing this. But for now, if you enjoyed the video, click on one of these videos over here and spend some more time with your boy. But you guys stay safe, stay frosty. Y'all already know. I'll catch you on the flip side. Till next time, Actual out.